Hello, Team Sigwerth. Here we are on Wednesday, April 4th. You know what I just realized? Again, I forgot since this morning. Today is Derek and I's 10-year anniversary of when he proposed. I just thought of that. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so the reason we switched training from Monday to today for the April kickoff is because Lisa Castro invited us on to, as a group, just for community. Every first Monday of the month, she just wants everyone to come on for community to be able to see one another, celebrate people's advancements, etc. So that's what we did on Monday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing the stories. Real quick, with the beginning of April, just wanted to lay out some announcements of different things coming up. That way you can mark your calendars. I haven't posted anything about these yet, but that way you know they're coming. April 4th, no, I'm sorry, today's April 4th. April 5th, tomorrow, first Thursday of the month, just like every month, we are having a client celebration night, just a fun get-together. Most of you guys know about it. This time we're just doing a fun painting exercise where we're just going to paint. We're going to have chicken tacos. We are going to have skinny margaritas and just have a nice night. And we always do that every month, the first Thursday of the month. Okay. Then next week, most of you guys know that I will be leaving for Orlando. There's a few of us leaving for Orlando Wednesday. And we will be down there for what's called a Go Global training with Optavia. And basically what it is it's a leadership training. It's a privilege to be able to go. I'm super excited. Several of the girls really worked hard over these last 2 months to be able to go, to be able to qualify to go. Basically, long story short, in Optavia, there's over 20,000 coaches out there, right, in the United States. This is the top 1,000. So it kind of puts it in perspective for you on why this training is so meaningful. And all you ladies, we can work your butts to be able to go next time. But anyway, so we'll be leaving Wednesday and we'll be gone from Wednesday to Sunday. So I'm working very hard with all of you this week. I've done a lot of mentorship with several of you, and I will be updating my availability tonight before I go to bed and kind of laying it out between now and Tuesday. That way, when you guys need me for these client success calls we've talked about and other things, I will probably be doing a lot of coaching and working this weekend just to be able to be caught up with you guys and be ready to go before I head to Florida. So I will reach out to you guys with my availability because I know I've talked to you guys about different things that you want to work on before I leave. And then on April 21st, there is what's called the Spring Fling 5K. So if any of you would like to participate, I will be personally doing the 5K myself. If anybody would like to join me, I will be posting it in the Facebook page. If anybody wants to do it or join me, if you want to maybe do your first 5K, maybe you just want to practice jogging, maybe you want to just go walk it. Invite your own clients to it to be able to walk it with them. I know there's a lot of our clients that have never done anything like that before, and that's a huge accomplishment. I love doing 5Ks with first timers. It's really cool. It's a great experience. So that's coming up on the 21st. If you'd like to participate in that, shoot me a message and let me know if you'd like to come. I know I talked to some of you about it already. And then on April 25th, it's a Wednesday night, we will be having our monthly cooking class, and this time it's going to be on sandwiches and summer or springtime appetizers, and what was the other thing we said? I can't remember now. I'll have to look back at Angela's text, but we're going to do like sandwiches and so forth. Okay.
What was the date on that, Laura?
Okay.
Laura?
It is on the 25th.
The 25th. Thank you. Do we know where?
It's always at Angela's house.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Thanks.
Yes. I'm looking back through my text real quick because I know it was something else. Okay, broccoli salad, strawberry almond and bacon spinach salad with feta, light snacks and sandwiches. So with spring coming up, it's cool to teach people how to make the revolution rolls, have a nice, be able to have a nice turkey sandwich while you're out. When the weather hopefully will get warmer soon, and so that's going to be the topic or the cuisine that night. Okay. And then this isn't Optavia related, but it's fun related. If you guys want to just have a good time, April 26th, the next night. I'm pretty sure next night, April 26th. The YP has their mid-mo wine competition. I know it's not healthy, so this is kind of a splurge night. So if you just feel like having a fun night out, be able to mingle, be able to network. Emily and I have gone every year since it started. It's kind of our tradition. We've gone every year, and it's honestly, yes, you're drinking wine, and it might be a little tipsy here and there, but it's a great networking. It's a great networking opportunity. You just talk and mingle, and you tell people about your health and things you're doing as a coach, and it's great. So if you feel like coming out just for a fun night, I'll share that link in the team page, and you're more than welcome to join us and come have some fun. Okay. So does anyone have any questions about like upcoming events or announcements or anything? No? Okay. And something else on that note, as far as the events goes, yes, I always host these different events, but, some of you, especially those of you that are not in Jeff City, don't ever hesitate just to get your clients together and just have them over for a little lean green dinner, or when the weather does get nice, go out for a walk. Say, hey, he wants to join me for a Saturday morning walk, and just, so it doesn't take, it's not rocket science to throw something together, especially with your own clients, if you want to have that like intimate time with them. Okay. So anyway, so talking on the rest of training, first thing we want to talk about is client support. And I've talked about this before, and we talked about, they're following the Optavia guide, sending the weekly text, asking them the questions and so forth, which everybody's got that down pat, which is good. But then there's also after that, like, okay, well, what do we do after? Do I just keep like calling and asking them? Do I keep, setting them the habits of health? Like, what do I really do? Well, the easiest thing for you to do, and hopefully you guys are all doing this. This is what I do, but I have a big calendar on my desk at home. And that's where everybody's laid out on there. So I know exactly what week 1, week 2, I put their name. I say week 1, I put their name, and they're all listed out. All your guys' clients who I'm helping, they're all listed on there too. So I know exactly when they've hit week 5. They've graduated from the Optavia guide, and they're going into month 2 and so forth. Honestly, the best and easiest consistency to do is that's when you want to work with them on the Habits of Health book. Okay. It's a tool. We're ordering it from them. I don't know about you guys, but I have to admit, I'm not doing a good job with like having them like read it or recommend it. I want them to focus on those simple things in the Optavia guide first. Some clients, man, they're like overachievers. Like they read half the dang book in the first week. Others, they, it sits there, they forget about it. They might pick it up here and there. So when they graduate into week 6, keep them going on your calendar and just put the chapters of the Habits of Health. And this is the order that you want to do. You want to focus on chapters 1 through 7. And then you want to skip to 15 through 21. The reason you skip that is because that middle section, chapters 8 through 12, those are on transition and maintenance. So I just have my clients skip. Chapters 15 through 21, that goes over exercise, better sleep, less stress, balance, and well-being, and so forth. So And you want them to be focusing on those things during their journey. And so what this does, so if you focus on the Optavia guide and then focus on those chapters of the habits of health, that gets them through their first 19 weeks, 19, 20 weeks on program. Okay. And you're giving them good support. And so I would just continue to put them on your calendar. So when they've graduated week 6, we'll just put like chapter 1, Kelly, chapter 4, Travis. He's working on that this week. That way, you can see exactly what chapter they're working on, what their takeaways are going to be. And so what I say is I'm like, okay, now we need to tackle the rest of your education. So I want you to read chapter 1 this week. After you read it, send me your top 3 takeaways from it. Shoot me a text. And so that's what my clients do. They text me like after they're done. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I get to see what they took away from it. Okay. That's the simplest, easiest thing that you could do. After week 20, at that time, continue the weekly support. That's when you can, you can use the Habits of Health call to continue working on with them. Usually by week 20, they're either almost done with program. I don't know. It just depends. Everybody's story is different, obviously. But if you guys can focus on that consistency and that client support, just that next focus, that'll be huge for you. Okay. So you want to have any questions about that?
Do you usually tell them like one chapter at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep it simple. People are so darn busy,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, take 15 minutes this week. It only takes about 15 minutes to read one of those chapters. So I say, take 15 minutes this week, and that's your homework because the first 6 weeks you're sending them the YouTube link, that homework, that's 30 minutes. So they're already spending 30 minutes watching that. So they can spend 30 minutes reading their chapter after that. And I don't know about you guys, my clients have been doing awesome watching their homework. That's what I call it. So when I call them, I say, okay, I'm going to send you your homework. It's 30 minutes. So watch it this week, and I'll touch base with you next week. See what you thought. Okay? They're like rocking out. Is everybody doing good with that? Are you guys doing good with your weekly support?
Are you talking about the first 7 days?
No. I'm talking about like the weeks. Like they're following through that to be a guy.
I've made contact, but I haven't told them about the book.
No, not yet. Cindy, your clients just started. They're only on like week 2.
Well, you asked. That's why I haven't told them. Amen.
Once Erin and Kayla, or like Cindy, once they graduate after week 5, you just keep following that Google Doc and you'll be perfect. Okay. Okay. Now, this is the next biggest thing, guys. Okay. New coaches on here. Cindy, don't worry about it. Erin, don't worry about it because I haven't done it with you guys yet. But okay, the biggest thing that I have dropped the ball on, and I will admit this with working with you guys, is client success calls. It is like one of the most powerful steps in Optavia, and yet I cannot, as a Lily, I cannot as a leader get it down pat. It's one of those consistency things I have not done. And I'm getting ready to go global next week. And I know it'll be brought up, and I'll sit there and be kicking myself in the butt, say, why aren't you doing those? Because they're so powerful. Okay. So basically, for those of you who have no idea what a client success call is, what happens is, it's even in the daily text that you're sending your client. So it's already laid out for you. But when you start a new client and they weigh in, their first week's over, they're so excited, they're down their first amount of weight, that's when you should be doing a client success call with your mentor or your coach. So Emily is doing ones with her team. I'm doing ones with mine. And it's a 15-minute call. And what happens is, okay, I want to use somebody as an example. Cindy. Okay, so Cindy, we'll be doing this after this is over. Leanne, I'm going to do a quick call with Cindy and her client Kayla. She just weighed in week 2 today. So, and then I'll hop on Zoom with you. Anyway, hold on. There's some back noise here. Let me make sure I mute everybody.
It's me. I'm sorry.
Oh, yikes. Okay. All right, we good? Okay. Anyway, so what it is about a 15-minute call. Week 2, we both get on the phone. It's not it's set up kind of. It's set up. I'll go over that in a second. But we both get on the call. We celebrate their success. How are they feeling? What struggles are they having? Give them some. I give them some extra tips. And we'll talk about, are they open to sharing on Facebook, and, are people noticing? I go over with them how to share the program, because all of our clients have no idea what to say. Like, they have people ask them all, they'll have people start asking them. And so we'll educate them on what to say, like how to share it, how to keep it simple. I'll talk about the referral program that's available, because when people do start noticing, they have the opportunity to use the referral program, because a lot of clients don't even know that it even exists. So I'll tell them, that they can either earn 20, or they can be gifted $25 scholarships for each person that they inspire, which, everybody loves discounts on their program. And then 2, or they can earn, if maybe down the road they're interested in, creating their own little posse and helping their own friends and family, they can earn $65 a person, which is kind of cool. So I put that seed in there, and then that way those wheel, and that's in the very beginning. This is like week 2. So that seed's been planted in there. So that call is just a huge call, because they're getting support, they're getting team coaching, which feels good for people. They like to be celebrated. They like to have the extra tip, they'll ask questions. So that feels good. It's building the community. Then they're getting educated on how to share their transformation when asked. They're learning about the referral program, which if they do start sending you referrals, it's growing your business. And then 3, and then the second thing, I've planted that seed about coaching. So it's because the wheels start turning, because they're like, ooh. So then the next week 3, week 4, when they're like losing weight and they're doing awesome, so many people are asking them, they know what to say. And then maybe they have 2 or 3 friends that want to join them. Then they're like, I remember Laura saying I could earn some with this. Maybe I should ask her about that more. And they're like, well, hey, I've got a couple friends that are interested in this. So should I send to you, or should I, I'm kind of interested to find out more about what I could earn from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all in that little 15-minute call. It is so powerful, because it's enhancing their journey, and it can go. And when your clients are getting good support, that's another thing too. When they're getting good support like that, they're more likely to stick to program and succeed on their journey. Okay. So that's like the biggest thing. But that call is so important and so powerful that when you do that, rinse and repeat with all your clients, just imagine how each one of you could just explode. All of us, even myself, I should be doing these calls with Lisa, and I'm not, because I'm just like, oh, I got it, no big deal. But it's like, it's powerful. They're very, very powerful. So if I can stress anything tonight, I would love for us as a team to start doing this like consistently. It's just part of your routine. So the simple way to do it is, you guys, just like your clients, they have the night before call, right? You call them the night before. You make sure they're doing okay on program, or they're ready to start program, right? That's consistent. You always do that. You always call them on day 1. You always call them, and so forth. When you get off the night before call and you have a new client starting, that's when you shoot me a text, or shoot Emily a text and say, hey, new client starting tomorrow. Let's set up a call next week to celebrate. And that's it, and then I know, like, okay, I'll mark you at this time. And it doesn't even have to be a specific time. Like, if you guys know your client's schedule. So if they're available during the day, when you've been talking to them, you talk to them about program, you talk to them the night before, you know their schedule. And you can ask them, say, hey, I can't wait to celebrate you in a week. What's a good time to celebrate? And they'll tell you. They'll say, oh, call me. Let's talk next Monday evening. Let's just book that. And you'll be like, okay, good. Because it's going to be a big celebration. I can't wait. When you hang up that phone call, text me. Say, hey, Laura, I got a call. I got a new client. We're going to be celebrating next Monday evening. I said, okay. And I'll pencil it in. And then that way we have it set. And you should do that with everybody. And then that way it's just part of your routine. It's part of what it does, part of what I do. Because guys, I would love to book up my schedule doing those calls with you. Wait, now I love mentoring you, don't get me wrong. But I would love to book up my schedule doing those with you than anything else. I can sit here and tell you to do a million different action steps and what to post on Facebook, what to do, all this. But those calls is what's going to grow your business by far. Okay? Like huge. Because also what will happen is, like, let's say I talk to them and I'm like, yeah, that person's awesome. Like, they're integrated. Like, I just talked to Pat's client right before I got on here. She's in Florida. Amazing lady. I mean, she is all in. I mean, she's just rocking and rolling. I could just tell she's definitely going to coach someday. And great person. And so what I will do on that call is I'll be like, you're doing great. You're doing awesome. Congratulations on your success. Let's talk again in 2 weeks. I would love to visit with you again, see where you're at after your first month, and we'll celebrate again. And they say, okay. So I'm like, look at my phone. I'm like, how about 2 weeks? 2 weeks from now, we'll call you at 7:45 again. And they say, okay, sounds good. And then as time gets closer, we send reminders and stuff. But there's just that continuous like pattern to it that goes. And then in a month, when she's really rocking out, she's going to have more people noticing. She'll probably be down over 10 pounds. Usually when people are down over 10, 15 pounds, that's when they start getting a lot of people to notice. Then that's when you start kind of layering on things more. And I can show you guys how to do those layering. Like I talked to Beth Fairhorse today. She's got someone that she's really would love to coach. She's like, how do I layer? Like, what do I even say? I'm like, just set up the call and I'll do it. I'll show you how okay. So anyway, but yeah, so I'm excited. So what do you guys think? Does this all make sense? Are you guys excited? This is like the biggest project I want to work on. I like by the end of April, I just want it to be like a machine, we're just like an oil machine. We're just going. We're like doing it and it's so exciting. And that's it. Okay. Okay, good. It'll all make more sense once it's happening. Right now, it's just a consistency thing. So that's what. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys that we have I'll pull it up real quick, and then I know I need to get moving to make a phone call with Cindy, and then I need to mentor Leanne. Leanne's got big goals, man. She's ready to kick some booty. Okay. I'm going to show you a document. It's a checklist. It's a new checklist for new clients. So, like when you sign up your client, you want to make sure that you did everything and that you're doing it. You're making sure you're getting all the texts and the calls and this and that. And like, it's a checklist that you guys can use. Give me a second. Does anyone have anything to say while I'm pulling this up? Or any questions? No, seriously.
Where are you going to put the new client checklist at? Are you going to put that on
our page? I'll put it on our Facebook page. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Is that your feedback? We're getting some crazy feedback tonight. Okay.
Did you order our wine tickets?
No, I have not yet. I'm so sorry. I'm almost there, guys. Still kind of learning how to use my new computer I got. I forget that I can touch this thing. Okay. Okay. Let me get you guys back up here. And Emily, there's also another one for new coaches as well.
Oh, the document? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to share screen. I'm sorry, let's Okay, can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, it even shows you where to start, like with the candidate, you know. So you do the health assessment. It has the health assessment links or how to do it. It has a link to the health assessment. Like maybe you lost it or something. You're like, you need to print off more. Well, it's right here for you. It's got the different program guides. You know, whether they're thyroid issue, diabetes, stuff like that. I put in their first order. You check. If they say yes, you're going to put in their order. If they want to think about it, maybe think about it. And you're like, hey, can you send me something? Well, here you go. You can click on this link. You can copy and paste this and be able to send after the call. Okay? All for you. And then go back to checklist. Here's just the different things for run and you know, you can send the journey kickoff video so they can get ready. Here's a link for the text, daily text to the Facebook page. Start the 3-way message with your coach. A lot of you guys are doing that. Now, I will tell you, if you're passing coach, like if you're past your first 5 clients, you don't need to set those up, okay? Carrie's not on here, but she wouldn't mind me sharing that she's done that with like all 20 of her clients. And so, so it's like, I have like a million messages in my inbox right now, but it's okay. And then it just tells you how to take care of, you know, throughout the week. Look here, what I just talked about. Celebration call with your mentor coffee. So it's on there, so you can check mark that off. And then, you know, you know, maybe we offer them coaching at some point, you know, different videos that we send them, blah, blah, blah. So the best thing for you to do is use this. If I was you, I would print these off, go print them off, copy like 20 of them or so, and just staple it to their health assessment. So you have their health assessment in your binder. Just make copies of those and just staple it. You know, that we got the checklist, you know exactly if you've done everything, you know that you're exactly on track with everything, and you're set. Okay, is that helpful for you guys?
Is that something you're sending out, or where do we find that?
Leanne had asked earlier. I'm going to post it on the Facebook page. It'll be under files.
Okay.
When you go to our Team Sigwerth Facebook page, you should be able to see in the middle. It'll say like events, files, stuff like that. You click on files and everything's listed there for you. Okay.
Okay.
Will it also be in the Google Docs?
Yes, that is a Google Doc. So it like when I save it to Team Sigwerth, it is.
Should be right there.
Yes, I believe so. Now you have me thinking about that. I think it should just say where you can click, like you'll be able to go to files, click it, and it will pop up on your phone like a Google Doc. Does that make sense? You'll be able to see it from your phone. But hopefully that helps. That way you know you're on track with your clients. You know you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. There's not really checklists out there right now to know like where you're at on things and what you have done, what you haven't done. So that should be pretty useful for you. Okay, so I would just copy a bunch of them, just like you copy your health assessments. That's why you got a pile of them, and you're good to go. Okay.
Okay, thanks a
I'm
lot.
going to use it too for my clients. So, but hopefully this was helpful with between client support, you know, getting these clients successful, just part of your routine, part of your schedule. And then I think it's going to be pretty huge for all of us because it's such a huge, it's such a powerful call, and I know it is, and I know when I do it, it's powerful. So, and I want you guys to be able to feel that too. I want you guys to be able to utilize that to help, you know, support your clients, be able to help grow your business, and just to help make a big difference. Okay? Okay, very good.